Hey everyone, I'm Khakis and Tape, and welcome to my guide on how to get the most cracked free-to-play account you can in Genshin Impact. The first thing we need to talk about is wishes. Wishes are the in-game currency used to unlock new characters and weapons by random chance using different banners. There are two types of banners and also two different types of wishes. There are always one or two banners that are temporary that will include the most recent 5-star character as well as 3 4-star characters that have a higher chance of dropping. The other banner is the standard banner that has a collection of weapons and characters that doesn't change no matter how many times you wish on it. Now, in order to get the best free-to-play account possible, you need to make sure you're using your wishes efficiently. The game only provides you with so many wishes for free, so you need to make sure you get the best value. Back before the most recent update, when you started a fresh account, you would get a ton of free Primo Gems, which allowed you to purchase a lot more wishes and potentially build a super strong team. However, since the new update, a lot of the rewards that MiHoYo gave out for free were removed. So after completing through about Adventure Rank 7, you only get about 15 wishes or so. As a beginner, I would suggest using these wishes on the Beginner's Wish. This banner has a discounted price, so you actually get 10 rewards for using only 8 wishes. You only get 20 chances on this banner, but I would suggest using all of them to take advantage of the discounted price. After the 20 chances are used up, this banner disappears and it leaves you with the 2 other banners. It leaves you with the temporary banner with the newest 5-star and the 3 4-stars, as well as the standard banner. As you progress through the game, you will earn wishes through quests and other activities. You will also earn Primo Gems. Primo Gems are the main currency used in the shop to buy more wishes. This is the only use for the currency, so don't feel bad about blowing all of them on wishes. Once you have finished using all of your wishes that you can on your Noel banner, I would only buy Intertwined Fates, which allow you to wish on the current limited time banner. The reason this banner is better than the standard banner is because it has a significantly higher chance of dropping the 4 stars than other banners. Now that we've gone over the basics of wishing, let's talk about how we can make it the best that we can for free-to-play accounts. Something that you don't see a lot of people experience in free-to-play accounts is getting characters with high-level constellations. Constellations are additional passive abilities that can be unlocked on a character by getting a duplicate of that character. Most people think you need to spend tons of money to even get the chance of finding enough duplicates to get a lot of constellations. And while free-to-play players don't get as many wishes without spending extra money, this doesn't mean you can't get duplicates and constellations. In order for you to maximize your chances of getting duplicates and high constellation characters, you first have to decide what event banner you want to wish on. As we talked about before, event banners have a higher probability of dropping a small selection of 4-star characters. We can use this to our advantage by saving up our wishes and Primo Gems for a banner that will give us more of the 4-star characters that we want. It may take some patience and restraint to not spend all your Primo Gems to try and get that new fancy 5-star that came out, but if the banner that the new 5-star is on isn't giving you much value because the 4 stars aren't that good, it's probably not worth spending your wishes on it. Doing a mass wishing session or focusing all your wishes on a single banner over a long period of time will give you the highest chance of getting duplicate characters that will unlock constellations. This is a key for free-to-play accounts because we ideally want a small selection of very strong characters that we can funnel our resources into so they can carry our teams. Another small tip for wishing. It has been rumored that gacha games have a specific mechanic that potentially allows you to see when your account is more or less lucky in that moment. However, this theory is not 100% proven, so take it with a grain of salt. The theory is, if while playing the game, you get a random drop from a normal character that's a purple artifact, let's say, there's a potential chance that your account is currently more lucky. Again, this hasn't been 100% proven, but it's something to keep in mind. So in case you drop a random purple or gold item, it might be worth throwing in a few wishes. And even if this theory was true, I wouldn't necessarily suggest waiting to wish until after you get a rare drop. That's something that happens too far in between for it really to be worth it. So try not to think about it too much and just wish when it works best for you. Alright, now let's talk about resources and how you can save them in the long run. One of the biggest pitfalls free-to-play players have to avoid is spreading your resources too thin. As you progress through the game, you will only be given so many XP materials and ascension materials to upgrade your characters and weapons. If you try to upgrade all of your characters at the same time to level 60, first of all, you'll never have enough resin to farm all the level up materials you'd need, and you'll only end up with a few okay characters and not a single character that can really carry your team's damage. To avoid this, the best thing you can do is funnel all of your resources into 1 or 2 characters that will act as your main damage and main support. You'll give these characters all the best artifacts, you'll level them up to their next ascension before any of your other characters, and focus on upgrading only their weapons. At a certain point in the game, once you have a couple of really strong characters that are leveled up and you know can carry your team, that's when you can think about spreading your resources a little bit more. A nice tip to save some character XP books is to level them up to 1 level before their ascension level. So in this case, leveling up to level 39 instead of all the way to level 40. Once you get them to 39, you just let them level up naturally using in-game experience from fighting and playing the game. Over time, this will save you a ton of experience that you can then use later on in the game or on an additional character. Now let's talk about artifacts. As you play through the game, you get a ton of artifacts. You should not be afraid to upgrade and level up the artifacts of your main couple characters. Again, once you try and spread it out between 3 or 4 characters, you might find yourself running a bit low. But if you focus on leveling up your best artifacts on your best characters, there should be no trouble at all. One of the last resources we have to talk about is Resin. Later in the game, Resin acts as your stamina for the game. It kind of determines how many dungeons you can do, how many main bosses you can fight, and how many resources you can get. Again, when you're only using 2 characters, you should have more than enough resin to get everything you should need. Whether that be skill upgrade books or ascension materials, you should be all set. As you can see, the key theme when it comes to materials and resources is stick to your 2 main people. And the last tip in terms of resources is to make sure you're taking advantage of all the resources given to you for free by the game. Do your daily commissions as well as your daily boss fights. Some of the boss fights available to you cost absolutely no resin, still give you upgrade materials as well as some pretty good artifacts. Keep that in mind as well as all the other tips, and you guys will be off to a really good start to make an absolutely insane free-to-play account. For any free-to-play players out there, I hope this was useful. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.